listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumpin' where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Well, it sustained us early on, you know. I think partly they missed some shots, so I got to go back and, you know, watch it. But in general, I would say we took a step forward defensively. You know, I think the offensive end was a little clunky tonight, didn't have much rhythm. Obviously, we, you know, get off to a good start offensively, but our defense weathered the storm and kept us in that game. And to close the fourth the way we did, impressive win.
What does it say about this group that, you know, after kind of the struggles on the defensive end, that when the offensive isn't, you know, 120, 130, 140, they're able to pull out victory like this?
Well, I think that's what good teams do, right? I think their defense, ultimately, we need to become a defensive team. We're not there, but tonight was a step in the right direction that no matter what, you know, your defense travels, it shows up every night. It sustains you through the highs and lows of an NBA season, NBA game. And for us, it did tonight, you know, and that's the focus right now. The focus is on the defensive end. You know, we'll figure out the deal offensively, you know, find the hot hand, find the right rotation. But for us to take the next step as a team, we got to do it on the defensive end.
We can talk about a number of players, but I think I want to ask about Carlo and just coming in cold. They're in the fourth quarter, plays a whole 12. It's a couple of big blocks, a couple of big plays. I mean, just what did you think of him, and what kind of led into that decision to go?
Well, I didn't love our energy in the first half. It felt like the gym was dead. The vibe in the game was dead. We were just kind of going back and forth. Two teams did not like the energy. We picked up a little bit in the second quarter, but we talked about Carlo at halftime being that energy guy, you know, and we decided to go to him to start that fourth quarter. And I think it was the right call. Obviously his energy, and he did that cold. That's what Carlo does. He's ready to go. And he did that time. He impacted the game, helped us close, turn the game defensively, offensively. So really proud of him. He's got to stay ready. I believe in the kid, and I hope he knows that.
Zion obviously makes the decision. You guys make the decision to have him come off the bench. It looks like he was able to play longer stints, doing that. Kind of just what went into that and playing him that way. Just the minutes, you know, obviously he's coming back off of injury. The number one thing for Z is to keep him healthy and keep him on the floor. That's my number one thing. How we do it, we're trying to figure that out. And if it's a different rotation, he's fine with that. I'm fine with that. We're going to figure this out based on the minute restriction or whatever we're looking at right now. This could be a good combination for us. But I thought he was fantastic. He came in, gave us great energy. He had sustained energy throughout the game, and it gave him the ability to close in a way that wasn't condensed or rushed. He was able to close in a way that had some fluidity to it, and he came in, ready to go to close the fourth.
Trey, just the job that he's been able to do really his last 5-6 games. It feels like he's been, I know we talked a little bit about the force that he's been in the paint these last few, but just kind of really doing a lot of different things offensively.
Murph, yeah, so versatile right now. I mean, he does it in transition. He's doing it in the paint, off ball, on ball. he's doing it a number of ways. He hit big shots. He's playmaking for us. And then he's on the glass as well. We're asking him to guard. This is he's putting together a very impressive run, not just on the offensive end, but on the board defensively and just making timely plays for us. Really proud of him.
I think Chicago had 8 offensive rebounds.
He did.
First quarter.
I know.
5 the rest of the game.
Yeah.
What did you think about the job you guys did on the defense?
Well, we addressed it after the first quarter. We addressed it. And, I think they addressed it amongst themselves first, which is great. They need to take accountability for this defense and this team, and that's what they did. They were talking about it before I got in the huddle, and that's what great teams do. They hold each other accountable, and that's what we're trying to do here. Thank you.
All right. For all things Pelicans, now tune into the Pelican post-game report. Much love to the fam. Pels, Tame Bulls 114-104. Second straight win of the season for the Pels. I mean, we went in 2 straight here. On the way as Pelicans look to turn things around in the matchup. Zion Williamson did play, and DC, of course, wants to, say that I was wrong on that. I'm happy to be wrong about that, man.
I really don't care about saying you're wrong because we won.
This guy, man, this guy.
We won the game, so it don't really matter. But since you brought it up, you did say Zion was going to be back after New Year's and after Dejounte Murray, and I was like, really? And he proved you wrong, bro. So
that's good. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that he proved me wrong, DC. I'm happy he proved me wrong and the Pels won today. I mean, I'm happy.
And he proved my picture right.
I don't think he pulled your picture right, bro. I don't know what you're talking about with that one.
We're going to see. I'll get back at me at the end of the season. But anyway.
The end of the season, okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to trade him. But anyway, good win, man. The Pels are actually on their first winning streak. And I'm noticing the trend that I hope they pick up on. One, we won the game. We've had multiple double-digit scores. So I think that's something we should continue to look to do. We got a lot of guys that are good on this team that can contribute. And we have to continue to instill, an unselfish mentality in the team, but also an attacking, killing mentality. And hopefully they can sustain their ability to communicate on defense and execute like they did tonight. I mean, the Bulls aren't top-tier team. You'll get to see really where you kind of stand at with Houston on Thursday. But I think defensively what they did was kind of the catalyst for this game. And when your shot's not falling, that's what can get you the W's. This ain't the Willie Green system, you know what I'm saying? But I think the Pels obviously have taken a liking to James Borrego and actually value his input, because during the week in one of his interviews, he talked about what he changed up and what he's been recognizing, having some extra practice time with the guys. And he said that the coaches, everybody's always telling them what to do from the sidelines, from the rotations. And he kind of more or less was talking about defense. Like, I guess he feels the offense will be fine. And he said he realized that he got to shut up. They got to shut up and stop telling them. The players have to communicate it. And he said he wanted to put an emphasis on them to stop talking from the sideline as far as what they should be doing, and they need to communicate it amongst themselves. And this is one of the better defensive efforts I've seen from the Pelicans so far this year.
Yeah, I was looking at the game as I was doing the recap on the Saints went early on. They took care of business and swept Carolina. They improved. They won their second straight game of the season as the Pelicans won their second straight game, winning 2 straight there. So very positive no matter how you slice it, man. But, what I did see of the Pelicans, the defensive effort there. Of course, Jay Fears went back to his stomping grounds and put on a show. One of the things, DC, you mentioned Zion Williamson coming off the bench in an effort for the Pelicans tonight. He played in 27 minutes and had 18 points with 6 boards. And you can see Coach Borrego trying to work that thing out. Jordan Poole
Yeah,
had,
look how many people they played too, Q.
yeah, I know that was a bunch of people, dog. It was like what, about 12, not 12 or 11 folk,
Yeah, I
wasn't it?
think, was it 12? It might
I
have been
think it was
12.
11 folk. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
man,
it?
he played a lot of guys. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 11. So he played 6 guys off the bench.
Yeah, and double-digit minutes as well. So it was a very good win. Plus, they get an extended break to get ready for the next team. But it was very promising, man. At some point, we had to turn this thing around. We have only one person that's now out for the Pelicans in terms of injury. It's Dejounte Murray. So having Zion back helps. It really do, because it shocked me. I didn't think he would be able to come back as fast as he is, and how fast the Pelicans are quick to shut him down and push him forward. So seeing him at practice the other day when we dropped that on the community section was a surprise, but a pleasant one. I'm happy to see that, because at some point we got to turn this around, man, and just going.
You think Dejounte Murray is coming back to help turn this around and actually win some games, or is he just doing an audition and he's out the door?
I think the first thing from what we know about Dejounte Murray, he wants to compete and win. That's number one. And then whatever happens after that, he's cool with it. But, you come here and everywhere he goes, he wants to compete. He wants them to be successful. And whatever he brings is a positive, right? Because he has that temperament, that no nonsense stuff that we love so much. He's a smart player and he's accountable, and he makes people around him accountable. So having a guy like that in the mix, along with Poole and Zion and the rest of and our youngsters, man, the Pelicans are they'll be too good in terms of the talent they have to be as bad as they are. So eventually this will force everybody to get on code. It'll kind of ratchet up and elevate everything. So it's a positive in my book, until ultimately it's a good problem for Joe Dumars to have to figure out who wants to stay, who wants to go, and how he'll move these pieces around. Now, we already talked about the Jose Alvarado piece, but in the end, only time will tell, my brother. Only time will tell.
Indeed. And James Borrego, man, with the rotations and Zion coming off the bench, I think that was an intelligent move that we would never have seen from Willie Green. And we're still exercising the ghost of Willie Green and trying to get that all out of our system. I think we'll be good by the beginning of the year, man. We might not see any more traces of Willie, but I think for Zion to come off the bench so he could be able to finish the full quarter, like, it's just, I mean, it's normal basketball and a normal thing a good coach would do, but it's just weird. We ain't seen good coaching in a while, man. How many times have we watched these dumb minute restrictions and they go into the full quarter and we actually need Zion, and he wasn't even able to play like meaningful minutes until maybe like the 4 minute mark in the full quarter. And there's so many games, the game was out of reach at that point.
Right. Yeah. But the coaching acumen, the IQ's level is very refreshing, to be honest with you, to have a coach that's a strategist who makes live game adjustments, who makes, and just it knows how to communicate the game, not just to the players, but knows exactly what's wrong and attempts to try to change it. Now, it takes time on some of this stuff, but you can see a much better understanding of what he wants them to do defensively. He knows he can get them to score a ton of points with the 140 plus scoring we did over the last few games, but dialing in and knocking off the Bulls, and then as the Pelicans put wins together, man. So that's the part to get them to buy in on a one step at a time approach. And they are, man. And you can see them having fun. And it's fun to watch the Pelicans. The last 2 games have been fun to be able to watch the Pelicans play. You don't have that nervousness of that obnoxious feeling. Oh, here we go again. No, you see a different energy in a different mental wavelength with the Pelicans moving into some of these games. So it's refreshing, bro. 2 games, 2-game winning streak, bro. Can we get a third one? That's another thing we just have to keep building on.
Tall order, man, to get that third one against Houston. But watching them tonight, and the fact that they're willing to adapt and adjust and actually try things that work and attempt to stick to them, I think it's possible, man. We could go in there and get a victory on Houston. I just don't anticipate or expect it to happen, but it's something that's very doable.
Yeah, 38 points in the fourth quarter. DC helped facilitate it tonight, man.
And we still had floating quarters, Jaden. We had a
Yes.
38.4 quarter and a 31-point second quarter, right?
That's right. But they put it together when it mattered, offensively and defensively, in the second half, and able to take the game away from this team, man. The Bulls go to 10-14. We beat them in their building. Pelicans improved, man. And was that their first road win, DC? Was that the Pelicans' first road win of the season? No, that was the second one. Okay, second one.
When they beat Dallas, I think that was on the road.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, second road win, but very promising. You know, it's tough to win on the road. Pelicans collect another one, so this is all good. Anyway, the statistics tonight, family. Pelicans, 43 of 93 from the field, 46%. They weren't all that from downtown, 8 of 33, 24%. They were 80% from the foul line, 20 of 25. They had 53 rebounds tonight, 14 of which was offensive versus 43 by the Bulls. They did they could have done better assisting the ball, only 21 tonight by the Pelicans. 7 steals, 5 blocks. They had 15 turnovers, 17 points given up on their turnovers. Fast break game, barely lost to it, Bulls 17-16. They did do really well in the points in the paint, 60-46. And the largest lead they had was 15 for the Pelicans. And of course, when you switch to the individual statistics and see what Coach Borrego was doing in terms of the Pelicans, the top scorer was 2 guys who scored the same amount of points. 34 minutes from Trey, 28 from Jay Fierce, him being back home. Trey Murphy was 8 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from downtown, but Trey had a double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists for Trigger Trey Murphy, +6 on the plus-minus. Jeremiah Fears in 28 minutes, 20 points. He was 7 of 13 from the field, 1 of 3 from downtown, 5 of 6 from the foul line, 3 assists, and 2 steals for him. He was +12. He's really feeling himself, man. Crossover dribblings. He looked really smooth and comfortable and happy being back home in Chicago. Off the bench, Zion added 18 points in 27 minutes. He was 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 5 from the foul line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists for Zion, +6 there. Jordan Poole in 27 minutes had 16 points. He was 6 of 5 from the field, 2 of 9 from downtown, perfect from the foul line. He had 4 assists and 2 rebounds to throw in there as well. And of course, you're seeing 10 from Sadiq Bey in 25 minutes, 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 2 from the foul line. He also had 6 rebounds to go along with that, +14 from him. DQ, 25 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 4 shooting, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, but had 5 turnovers in the game for him. And then, of course, Herb, in 20 minutes, Herb was able to come back since they threw him out the last game. He put up 10 points, 3 of 8, has a few defensive plays out there as well, +3 from him in the matchup. And then, of course, off the bench, we've seen some really positive stuff. Karlo Mekovic, man, came in there high flying in 12 minutes, 4 points, 4 rebounds for Karlo, +9, just sliding around, blocking shots, chasing people down, just having fun. Eves had 4 points and 8 rebounds in 11 minutes. He also had 2 blocks along in his effort. Jose Alvarado, 18 minutes, finished with just 3 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds from him as well. Bryce McGowens had an opportunity to play for 14 minutes. Bryce had 5 points to go along with 3 rebounds. He was also +4 on the plus-minus from his side of thing. And that was pretty much what it is. So go ahead, DC. Go ahead if you want to add on to that, brother. You got it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's why we're here to talk about it. But looking at the team statistics, right, it's always that trend, Q. You know, we talk about it for a while. Rebounding, man. Most of the times, if we can find a way to win the rebounding battle, more than likely we win the game. You know, I'm sure we've won the rebounding battle sometimes and lost, but most of our losses we lose the rebounding battle. And you know, Chicago, they don't match up well with us in that aspect, man. Shout out to Trey too from just stepping his game up, rebounding. I don't know what he had tonight, but 10 rebounds tonight, man. Trey has been awesome rebounding. We needed him to step up. Was expecting something similar to happen with Herb, but you know, Herb's still doing Herb things for us defensively, so I guess that just ain't gonna be a thing. But Zion even got 6 rebounds, you know, off the bench. But I think that's a major reason why we won the game, because Shit, it was cold in Detroit, boy. It's cold for us and cold for them. You know what I'm saying? 8 for 33 from the 3-point line. Hopefully we can figure this out at some point with this 3-point shooting. You got to do a little better than that, man. Got to hit threes to be able to win in this league. But luckily we got some medicine in Chicago tonight. They couldn't shoot but 27% themselves, and they decided to shoot 49 threes. You know, so looking at that, man, I'm sure I thought we were better off in the fast break points, but we pretty much dead even. But points in the paint for sure. Like, I think that has to be an identity of this team. I don't think we should be a 40, 50 attempt 3-point shooting team. I don't think we'll ever be that with the roster the way it's constructed right now. But we need to get 70 or so points in the paint a game. And I think if we can have that formula, be able to rebound and do what we did tonight defensively while maintaining what the Pels have done for as not turning the ball over. I mean, tonight they had 15, but a lot of games, man, we had single-digit turnovers, 10 turnovers, even though we were losing. We weren't giving away possessions in that way. Now, we didn't have some live ball turnovers. That'd be kind of crazy sometimes. But as you can see, they are improving as a team as far as their IQ, listening to the coach at least. So even if they're not high IQ, if they just go with the script, follow the plan, they got a good plan, it'll work out. But as far as the individual performances, man, shout out to Jeremiah Fears, return home. And you could tell he had it on his mind tonight, was extremely efficient, 20 points, gave 3 assists, 3 turnovers too, still a work in progress. I think maybe by the middle of next year, I think Jeremiah will probably be even a pretty decent, decent to good facilitator as well. He just got to learn, man. Sometimes he be attacking, he's got them blinders on, but it was working for him tonight. You know what I'm saying? Zion came back, man, had a very impactful game, from the bench, basically gave you the same thing he always gives you, took 14 shots, gave you 18 points out of that, got to the line a few times, got you some rebounds, and he just played quality basketball. Trey Murphy, is the other guy, big component to us winning the last 2 games. Trey almost damn near be leading the team in scoring. Tonight, I think his 20 points is a little bit more impactful than I seen. What was that last game? I think he had like 26. I was like, damn, how the hell Trey had 26? It's just like a quiet 26. But did his thing tonight, man. Them 10 boards, them rebounds help a lot. Trey doing this thing there. And Carlo, getting a nod over Yves and Derek Queen, which, he had 5 turnovers in the game. Coach kind of took him out, even though he was diming some stuff out there, but he was a little sloppy, taking a lot of risks. Borrego kind of pulled him out of the game, even though he played 25 minutes. He only took 4 shots, 4 points. But Carlo, it wasn't really that he went on a tear scoring. Just defensively, his ability to be able to be mobile and challenge them and actually run the court too. I think just benefited him a lot in that 4th quarter, and the threat of him actually being able to, space the floor, even though he didn't hit a 3-pointer tonight, gave you 4 rebounds, nice block, and a lot of alter shots. Them chase down blocks, people were looking. Carlo was out there. The 12 minutes were impactful, man. So shout out to him. Yves actually had some impactful minutes as well when he played earlier, but. Man, he gotta figure it out in the paint, man. His offense is just terrible sometimes. Defensively, I see the vision, but offensively, man, he got some work to do. But shout out to the rest of the Pels too, including Jordan Poole. I mean, he was 6 for 15 tonight, but it didn't feel like he was 6 for 15. Like I don't know what it be with Jordan, man. He be missing some of these shots, but you don't really look at him and think he missed as many shots as he missed, especially those 3-pointers, but definitely loved his energy tonight, man. Them dimes and just kind of starting out, getting those assists, I think really really carried over for the rest of the team, man, and allowed everybody else to get in the groove because he didn't start scoring a little bit until later. He came out there and he was just trying to kind of end the flow of the game and letting the game come to him. So the more guys play like that, man, I think the more impactful we'll be. And we got to keep this trend of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double-digit scores. We need to keep it like that. If you got 6 guys that can give you at least 10 points, consistently, man, you're going to be a hard team to beat no matter who you're playing.
Yeah, they are playing a lot better, man. Something has clicked in the Pelican psyche, man, where they're picking up with Borrego's laying down, no doubt about it. The defense component, like we talked about them doing better from the foul line and all this kind of stuff. You can see the effort is there, but it's going to get it's going to get a lot better because a lot of the top notch, high paid talent that produce the points are healthy. So they're filtering back to the team. And so you'll see Jordan Poole, the guy, get a comfortable 17 points with no issues at all. Zion throwing what he's throwing in and everybody doing what they're doing and playing better together. It should get offensively better for the Pelicans as we get our star power back. Once again, only one guy is out. That's Dejounte Murray, with estimated timeline for early January returning. All Pelicans are healthy. I quote again, all Pelicans are healthy. Shout out to CRWN Imani. I hope I'm saying that right, fam. Appreciate you. Saying Zion's back. We're going to the playoffs, JK, but nothing changes. It always goes Pels. Hope y'all been well. It's been a minute. Thank you. Aramis. Okay, thank you, fam. Appreciate you, man. You changed your name. Shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate you.
Where did you change the name from? Who that was before?
Aramis.
Oh, okay. Who's that name, man? Appreciate them 20 bones, brother. And boy, you ain't lying. But I think, I know you're just kidding, but I don't think it's far-fetched to say that they could. But it is a tall order, man. But if they can continue to improve from what we're seeing now, shit, sky's the limit.
Indeed, bro. It's a good feeling to know these guys are back, man. And even Zion, man, we had to deal with. Zion got back early than what I anticipated. Dejounte Murray will be back in a couple of weeks. And the Pelicans, man, they just have to hold firm and keep playing hard. They're playing hard. Borrego has them on point with that mentality, and something's working because he's never won 2 games in a row. But something's clicking in the Pelicans where they're playing with confidence and a lot of effort. Go ahead, DC.
I just thought about something, though. You know that little side bet we made. That little side bet we made. What they like $20?
I don't remember that, bro. I don't remember
saying that. I just thought about that side bet we made.
Well, Aramis just paid it for you, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, Aramis. You just reminded me of something, man. I forgot about that shit.
I cash app you $20.
Yeah, I bet Big Q that Zion was gonna play today, y'all.
Okay, DC. I think everybody know that, brother. Everybody know that. I think people listen to the show know what I said about Zion Williamson. Well, I'm happy to be wrong about it.
They didn't know that. I bet you that he was gonna play today.
I don't think they care, DC, that you bet me $20 today.
I do think they do care, but you know you're a little salty about this. You want speed on pass it. I know.
No, not really, bro. Because you made it a point to call me and say if he plays that you're gonna say it on the show. So I was already prepared for it, brother.
If you would have just admitted you was wrong when
I said I was happy to be wrong, brother. If it means we're gonna win, I'm happy to be wrong.
I'm talking about on the phone the other day.
Okay. All right. So anyway, that's the DC got a dub. We got a dub, so I'm happy, man. No problem. All right. So anyway, let's move forward. DC, Houston Rockets is the next team up. The Rockets have been kind of up and down insofar as they lost to the Dallas Mavericks, who've won 2 in a row. They beat the Clippers in a competitive game, 115-113. They do have Denver coming up on Monday at 8:30 tip-off time in Denver, before they see the Pelicans on that Thursday, December the 18th. The Pelicans have a bunch of days off for rest and practice, so we can expect to see a more organized team.
I wonder is Houston going to be all on a back-to-back or anything like that?
No, they're not. No, they're not on the back-to-back. They the next game they play is Monday on December the 15th. They don't have any games between then and when they play the Pelicans.
Okay, so they get a little break too.
Yeah, so we should get a very focused team. And listen, fam, the Houston Rockets are is the best team in the Southwest Division as it stands right now. It's them, then followed by the Spurs, and they've been
16-6.
playing really well, man. They've been playing really well. They're a tough team. Kevin Durant currently, let me get their statistics out on the stream right here so you guys can kind of see it. Right here, you can see Kevin Durant averaging almost 25 points for them. Sengun is the second guy, averaging 23 straight with 9 plus boards, 7 assists from Sengun there. Just doing excellent work. This guy is also, Amin Thompson is also a double-digit scorer, 17 and a half from him with 7 rebounds, 5.2 on the assist. Jabari Smith is the fourth leading scorer, 15.4, averaging 6.6 rebounds. And Reed Shepherd averaging 13 points for them in 25 minutes. Mr. Eason is 11 and a half, so multiple double-digit scorers for this dangerous Houston team led by Kevin Durant, who is healthy. So they play with ferocity. This is a tough team. This will be a big test for the Pelicans. Pelicans will have a bunch of rests for this game laid out, man, and it's going to be interesting how with extra time to prepare for this team, how does this look? So let's kind of delve into it. DC 16-6 Houston Rockets. We have to go there. They're first in the Southwest, playing really good basketball. What happens?
Man, you looking at a team, they got like 6 starter level players, because you can say on a real sad team, Reed Shepherd might be able to be a starter, as well as or you can say Torrey Eason, who may be out this game. I'm not sure if he's coming back. But this is a tall order, man. We don't have an answer for Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of Kevin Durant, you got to deal with Sengun, which I do think, not that we have an answer, but if Derek Queen playing the Joker is any inclination how he could play against Sengun, I think we might have something, man. We may have a little bit of an X factor there. It's a long shot, but I think for us to win this game, we're going to at least have to have Derek Queen cancel out Sengun. If that can happen and Trey gives you at least 20 to 22 points, I think you're putting yourself right there to be able to win this game. You need Fierce to, have a quality game, 14, 15 points. And they play, I guess, you can't expect them to play how they played tonight defensively, although some of that was Chicago just not making shots too. But they were a lot better defensively. But if we play some quality defense, man, you get that. I think that's how you get the dub. I'm not sure, Q. This is the one time I'm actually on the fence. I don't think the Pels can win this game, but I also think they can win this game, if you understand what I'm saying. So if I had to bet money, I would say we don't, to give a definitive answer. But I do think if I knew a little bit of insider ball, you know what I'm saying, this might have been one of the ones you could put some money up on. You might come away with something people weren't expecting. I do think they can take this team. And the reason I think that is because obviously our rookies, and you have Zion back now. He's coming off the bench. You got Herb there. You got Sadiq Bey. You got McGowens playing like how he's been playing. Like, if this is a thing and it starts to go back and forth and we don't fold, or just the moment is too big for us, we have a lot of depth and variety to be able to answer, a lot of these questions that are going to be thrown at us playing the Houston Rockets. But this is a team that knows how to win. This is a team that has a perennial Hall of Famer and All-Star on it in Kevin Durant. And this is a team that's first in the division. So it's a tall order to be able to come away with that. But I think if you can still play your brand of basketball, as far as we can get out and run and we can score in the paint, because unless they're playing Steven Adams, they don't, to me, have a true rim protector. Although Sengun has gotten a lot better defensively, I don't think it's impossible. But they got to follow that formula I was talking about earlier, man. We're going to need about 75 points in the paint, you know what I'm saying? And be able to hit some of our 3-point shots. If we go out there and shoot 8 for 30, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it happens against Houston.
Yeah, this is going to be a big test for the Pelicans, man. It's going to be a big test for our squad because, man, we'll be having multiple days of rest, which means we'll have an opportunity to game plan and prepare for Houston. And the Pelicans, man, have been playing some tough teams, fam. You know, they didn't have this is the first time that I've seen this season where they had this amount of rest before a game to get ready to kind of resync, get some practice, and kind of line it up for Houston. This will be a big test. The Pelicans have all but Dejounte Murray back. We got Zion back. We got Poole back. Things have changed, right? Insofar as having that ability to have that extra scoring and that a way to hit this team. So how does Borrego game plan against Emi Udoka's Houston team that has Kevin and Sengun and all these other players? It'll be interesting. It'll be a good game, a good chess match between Udoka and Coach Borrego to see what we can pull out of it. But I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that our team doesn't have a shot with all these people, right? I think we do have a shot against Houston. I think it'll be a good test for a well-rested Pelican team that has game time to game plan for Houston to be able to put something together with all of our players, except for Murray out, to be able to do something against this team. You know, will they beat them? Houston's already playing on another level right now. They're playing really good basketball. I mean, they just lost a game or so ago, but they're playing really high IQ basketball. Pelicans on a 2-game winning streak. This is a good measuring stick testing game for this team. And I think they're hungry for the challenge. So, to go after them and give them all that we can give them, this will be a good measuring stick game against the Southwest Division leader right now. So I'm looking forward to this Thursday matchup, man. But will they win? I think it's too much of a tall order right now for that. But you never can tell, DC. You never know. If Houston overlooks the Pelicans and think they can smash down on the Pelicans like they've done over the last couple of years, like it's the same old team, they could be in for it, man. I'm telling you.
They lost to the Jazz and they lost to the Mavericks, man.
Mavericks playing good basketball, bro.
They are. Not to take anything away from them. I'm just saying they're not unbeatable to me. And I always felt weird without them. With Fred VanVleet went down with this team, I kind of look at them a little different. But that's just me. Obviously they're winning. But I still think the issue of not having a point guard when they got all these dudes that can score could come back to bite them. And maybe I'm not just talking about this Pels game. I'm really thinking more the playoffs because Houston obviously is going to have a very good season this year. But they don't seem like they're just they're not OKC. You know what I'm saying? And not many teams are right now, but they ain't unbeatable. So I think the Pels could definitely go up in there and do it, man. And looking at the two teams that have recently beaten them, and the Mavericks and the Jazz, even though, like you said, the Mavericks are playing better, and the Jazz did play them back-to-back, so it's kind of hard to beat a team twice. I think it's a chance we could go in there and get one, man.
Well, DC is in the Smoothie King Center. It's at home.
Shit, I don't know why I'm thinking it's in Houston.
Well, I don't know,
We're
but
at home.
we at home. So they can. This could be one of the
That's kind of scary now.
It done flipped your opinion now. How do you realize that?
I didn't flip it, but it's like we almost play better. Seems like on the road at times. I know we had that last game at home, but it's just ain't a lot of people showing up, and I don't know if sometimes that messes with their psyche. They haven't been good at home for a while, man. I mean, shit. Even in the season where we won 49 wins, we had a bad record at home. We won all our games on the road. I don't know, man. I wouldn't say it changed my opinion because this is definitely a new team. I'm seeing things that I haven't seen under the Willie Green regime. So it don't fully dampen it, But everything I was saying, I was thinking it was going into Houston. Back against the wall, the camaraderie, we out here together. But at home, man, let's see if the Pels are disciplined now. They're back home where everybody can kind of do their own thing. Let's see if they can handle their business and lock in. James probably going to give them another one of them days off like he did when they got the win last time. Let's see if they can lock in, man.
Yeah,
It don't change it all the way, man, but it is the cause for concern. Just how the Pels played at home for a long time.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I think Coach Borrego can kind of instill in them is the Pelicans against the world type of thing, right? Like, nobody giving us a chance against the Houston Rockets. They playing really good basketball. But the truth is, this Pelican team is different, right? I mean, you've seen through the 20-plus losses that we've occurred, you've seen them trying in these games but not being able to fulfill the full game. You finally see in these last couple of games, these last few efforts, rather, you can see them really inching towards something. It took a while for it to develop, but it really, really helps when you have Herb Jones healthy, when you have Zion healthy, when you have Jordan Poole healthy, when you have these guys healthy and contributing along with these other guys. And it's like I said in previous streams, it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift because the curse is the losing, but the gift inside of that is the fact that a lot of these players who wouldn't have been playing in the positions they are because of injuries to more higher priced players have a lot of game rep, that help them develop and get confident to what they're doing, which means these guys are actually solid contributors for the team now, in addition to the big money players. So it's like this whole thing that happened with the Pelicans with the injuries early on gave Jay Fears starter minutes, big time starter minutes, got Derek Queen in there, right? Got PV in there, got Bryce McGowens in there, got Carlo an opportunity to play when he had an opportunity to get in there. So a lot of people benefited with extra minutes, even the veteran Sadiq Bey. When Herb was out, Sadiq got a lot of rep and was playing really well. So when these other guys filter back and Coach Borrego find roles for them, that can only strengthen the team, man, going forward. When you have your big guns with all the scoring that they're bringing and all that, along with the younger players that had all of that additional minutes, I mean, that's the culmination of where you start seeing the team gel and then become stronger. And like I said, one guy left is Dejounte Murray to add to the mix, and we know who Dejounte is when he comes in. So it's a plus in many ways. And now that they're cycling back, the people are expecting the Pelicans to start adding wins together. They've won 2 in a row. I think they're excited for this opportunity to welcome the Rockets into the Smoothie King Center on Thursday for them to test themselves up against the Rockets, man, to see how that goes. So I think I'm excited about that matchup and the fact that we have extra time to prepare for the Rockets, for them to have rest and strategy getting ready for them here. So I'm looking forward to that. And plus, as always, the fact that Houston can overlook the Pelicans, because Houston been really kind of handling the Pelicans over the last couple of years, over outplaying us, this sort of thing. But like I said, we'll see, man. We'll see. But it's in the Smoothie King Center, man. We'll see how it goes, bro. This is a different type of team I'm seeing playing, bro.
Most definitely, man. I see a team who actually has some form of confidence now. They seem to be trying to establish an identity, although I don't think that's fully confirmed yet. So, Borrego did instill some things in
What's
them.
confirmed? What you mean, DC?
Their identity of who they are. They obviously want to get out and run and get up the pace. They've picked up the pace. I think we're more of an offensive team than a defensive team. But when it comes down to crucial moments, pivotal points in the game, when it's not necessarily just the last shot of the fourth quarter, but just those pivotal moments, who are you looking to? What's the pecking order? We're still trying to figure that out.
Right.
So, that's the cause for concern I have, with a Houston or any team that's just been winning games. When it comes down to that, man, you don't have a lot of room for mistakes. You don't have a lot of room for second guessing and trying to figure those things out. And that's usually what comes to, bite us in close games. Although James Borrego, in my opinion, I can only compare him to Willie Green. He's done a lot of things that I think are an improvement in those moments, and we've seen them get better in those moments. So they just would have to, I guess, keep growing and keep showing that they can do that.
All right. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all. Jaden, Stacy, Pelicans, Nola. Shout out to you, fam. Appreciate y'all. Young City 9 for being in the stream. Debo, shout out to you, my brother. Good to see you. Durham 43. What's up, Miggy? Shout out to Miggy. Jedi Connor, what's up, bro? Shout out to you. TFP, much love, fam. Appreciate you. Stephanie, shout out to the queens in the building as well. Appreciate you. Aramis, once again, thank you for the super chat. Brother Slim, shout out to you. Kai the Great, what's up, my brother? Good to see you as well. Aramis, much love for you, fam, as well. Much love to everybody, man. All right.
Looney and Walter and Lionel.
All right. Oh, what up, cuz? Shout out to you as well, man. Shout out to you. I butchered the hell out of that man. You call that man walk the cuz. The man had to break it down for me, brother. I was like, oh, damn. I'm almost worse than DC on that one. All right. What's up, Jordan? Shout out to you as well.
Appreciate that cash out, bro.
Brother Wallace. I ain't finished calling out names, dog. How you gonna throw that in there?
I mean, since we throwing jabs, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, Lonnie? Shout out to you, Walter. Much love, appreciate y'all. What's up, Lionel Band? Shout out to you as well, Lionel Simmons. All right, y'all hit the like button for me. Yeah, DC, I got you, brother. $20, man, is all gravy, bro. I got you, man. I'll pay for a win, man. I'm happy for that. But also, let's get another one. Let's build on it, man.
I bet you $20 on Tyler Shuck too.
On Tyler Shuck for what? You DC? You the Pelicans, man? What you talking about Saints stuff? What's up, Jess?
The Saints, man, bro. Let's forget.
Okay, what did you say about Tyler Shuck when you were just going to win $20?
I like Spencer Rattler, but I don't know, Q. I think old Shucky Ducky gonna get him, and I told you he was more athletic and faster than Spencer Rattler.
Okay, hold on. I did not disagree with you about him being fat. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. This guy.
You did.
This guy here.
You told me you weren't a better runner.
No, I said no. That's not true. I told you Tyler Shuck was.
You said you wasn't a better scrambler than Spencer Rattler.
That's not true. That's not true. I told you. I said Shuck.
I'm being honest now.
Never. You was lying before.
No,
you're being honest now, but you was lying before.
You told me he had straight line speed. You told me you believe the straight line speed because of the draft thing and all that. Spencer run for you.
No, don't.
You told me he's not a better scrambler, and I said no.
That's not. I told you that the man was a better athlete because he had the quick first step. He goes from 0 to 60 fast. That's what really surprised the defenders because he gets into his run faster. DC. That's what I said. I've been saying that, bro. So you can't get $20 for that, brother.
We won a game on his
$20 off Zion Williamson, bro. You ain't right on that one, bro. Get your
I'm gonna let you leave with some of your pride. So.
Okay.
Let's get back to Pelicans.
You can get your $20 for Zion in the win, bro. I'm good with that. But anyway, with that being said,
bump it down to $10. What the hell?
Yeah. I said 10.
$10.
You get the $10, DC. There you go, brother. Get the $10. All right, there. Well, bro, because you're gonna use the other 10 to buy plantain. So right. So anyway, with that being said, man, we're gonna get out on that. I appreciate y'all for tuning in on this episode of the show. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. This is a special Sunday. Pels and Saints won on Sunday afternoon. And both of them, family, are on 2-game winning streaks. That is something crazy work. So they both won in both teams. Saints on a 2-game winning streak, Pelicans on a 2-game winning streak. And let's keep this thing going. And I think it could be 3 because the Saints play the Jets in their final home game next week. The Pelicans have a matchup against a tough Rocket club coming up on Thursday. But I think they can get them old Rockets, man. I think the Rockets we might catch them slipping. We got that work for them. Anyway, with that being said, I'm out. Much love to y'all. We appreciate y'all, man, for being PPR. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to holler at you on the next one. Much love. Peace. And go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network. For all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always saying, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.